Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing this video, that means Fantasy Cosmetica just showed their newest palette. We have the Warlock collection. So if you guys are interested in seeing an eye look and swatches, just keep watching. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I love makeup, especially indie makeup. So if you love seeing indie eyeshadows, especially eyeshadows, actually a lot of eyeshadows, all of the eyeshadows, then make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Turn on that bell so you are notified every time I post. And if you could do me one more favor, watch this video all the way to the end. It really helps me out. And thank you so much in advance. I'm so excited for this collection. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so we have palette number 5 from Fantasy Cosmetica. I'm so excited. They are a small women-owned indie brand, and I believe they're based out of Washington. And I was so excited when I got the sneak peek of this collection. There are more lip oils in this collection. I just requested 2, and there's also a fragrance that goes with it. I decided to skip because I'm actually not a super fragrance galley. Like, I love some fragrances, but I don't buy fragrances as much as some other YouTubers do. So I decided to just focus on the palette and 2 of the lip shades. I do have swatches and close-ups, so let's go ahead and roll into that. A warlock has joined your party. Warlocks are spellcasters and fighters who acquire knowledge, magic, and abilities through pacts made with more powerful beings. This collection is launching on September 27th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Warlock collection includes an eyeshadow palette, 5 lip oils, and a perfume. These products are vegan and were not tested on animals. Made in China, shipped from Redmond, Washington, US. The palette's going to retail for $38.99, $12.49 for the lip oil, and then a single matte shadow is going to be $4.99, and the single duo or multi-chrome shadows will retail for $9.99. The Warlock perfume is inspired by dark desire and summoning rituals. It is a dark rose with herbal notes and a seductive sweetness. The fragrance is made in Redmond, Washington, and the bottles are hand-painted. There's also different variations of the fragrance with like coconut oil and roll-ons and sprays and all the things, which, like I said, I'm not really into like sweet rose fragrances, so I decided to skip on the fragrance, but I did request these 2 lip oils. I'm sure you can tell why. This one sings to my soul. The palette is absolutely stunning. There is a chartreuse green in this palette that is calling my name. It is the shade Ritual. I think we're gonna need to do a green eye look. So that is where I'm headed with this. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this on my eyes so I can give you guys my first impression thoughts. So I'm grabbing my Singe brush. This is the EO3, and I'm gonna start off with the shade called Pack. It's a really pretty matte chartreusey kind of green. So we're gonna put that on the inner half of the crease and bring it all the way towards almost the end of the eye and the crease. I just grabbed my other Fantasy Cosmetica palettes and I was like, ooh, I should rank these. And I'm like, the Rogue palette was definitely my favorite palette, which was their last palette. But now I feel like this one, this one might dethrone that because it has like those more vibrant greens, because we of course have their first palette that they did called, which one is this? I'm so bad at video games, guys, so I don't know. The Druid. The Druid's like a green palette, but it's more of those like grungy greens, and this one has, I guess, some more grungy tones too, but it has that vibrant shade called Profane. Okay, so I blended that all into my crease, and now I want to use the shade called Profane, and we're just gonna also bring that on the crease and mix it into Pack, just to really make sure that the greens are popping. Love, love, love. Okay, so I definitely want to use a little bit of Occult and Eldritch. It's the navy blue shade. I'm going to take this brush from BK Beauty and Hot and Flashy, and I'm just going to run that dark blue on the outer corner. I kind of want to give it like a winged look. Okay, I really like how that's looking. It's a little bit messy, but I can fix that up after. So like I said, I really need to play with the shade Ritual, and I might play with the shade called Arcanum. Sorry if I'm butchering that. And yeah, let's start off, I think, with Ritual. This is like a multi-chrome, I believe. It has the most beautiful shifts to it. So, oh yeah, this is a beautiful color. It has like yellow and a little bit of like a peach as well. And I'm bringing that almost all the way into the lid, but then I want to reserve some space for that lighter green shade. And I'm just spraying the metallics like I always do. And it has like the most beautiful chartreusey, limey green look. I am not one to embrace fall, but this year I am trying full force. I actually got my nails done, which I'm so excited about. I haven't gotten my nails done. It has to have been at least a year because I just couldn't do them when I was like pregnant, and then just haven't really had the time. So now I'm going to go into that light green, and I'm just going to put that a little bit on the inner corner. That's so pretty too. It's like a pretty sparkly green. Now I'm going back into that brush that has the blue, and I'm just slowly gonna blend the outer corner. I'm gonna take a little bit of that grungy green and kind of pop it between the blue and the green. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the same brush. I'm gonna clean it off, and I'm gonna go back into Packed and kind of help blend a little bit more. We've got lots of blending happening in this look, but it just makes it so good. Okay, I think that's turning out exactly how I had hoped. And yeah, I was trying to use as many of the shades as I could from the palette to create a look. But I also wanted something cohesive, so I think that looks super duper cute. We just need to line the waterline and then finish up the lower lash line. I haven't had a chance to use these Natasha Denona eyeliners in a second, so these launch with the Yucca palette and they're so good. So I'm just gonna use the light green shade kind of halfway into the waterline, and then this dark green is also beautiful. And I'm gonna use that on the outer bit of the waterline. Super duper pretty eyeliners. Okay, so next I want to play with the lower lash line. So I'm going to start off with the shade Oculate. And I'm just going to run that on the edge and bring it up a little bit to join up with the outer corner. Oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful matte shade. And then I'm just going to do the same thing on the other eye. And then I'm going to go into the shade called Profane and just kind of put that towards the middle of the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the shade Packed and complete the rest. And then I'm going to go into the shade Arcanum. And we have to give it a nice spray, and just going to pop that on the inner corner to amp things up. Okay, so the look is pretty much done, but I wanted to use the Hourglass palette to finish up the rest of my face makeup. I did use the bronzer in this palette, and I figured I'd wait until the look was done to figure out what blush shade I was going to use today. And I did see that these palettes are now available on the Ulta website, so I will link them down below for you guys if you're interested. I have really been enjoying the Hourglass holiday palette that I purchased, which is the snake one. And I actually filmed a video with swatches of this palette that I was gonna post today, but then I decided to post this video instead because this palette was revealed today. So keep an eye out for the video with this palette. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. I know the price is kind of wild, and I know some people love to do the math where they like break it down by ounces and grams and how much product you get and the pan sizes and stuff like that. But I personally have never panned one of these palettes, and I think just to be able to try Hourglass, this is a great way to do it because there's no way you can get 6 of their products for this price. Granted, the pan size is smaller than a full size, but still a great way to take advantage of their quality, try a bunch of their formulas, and the pretty holiday packaging. So I just really love those. But yeah, look at that highlight. It is so stunning. Such a gorgeous palette. I will say the one caveat is that if you are deeper than me, I don't know how well that bronzer shade's gonna show up on you, so I will caution you there. But so beautiful. So I love that. And then we of course have to try the lippies. So let's go ahead and try the red shade on really quickly just so you guys can see. I think I'm gonna actually end up using the other shade called Efrate. Sorry if I butchered that. I'm gonna just swatch the red on for you guys, and it tastes like strawberry or cherry. I think cherry. I'm not really a cherry gal. Maybe it's strawberry. But look at how pigmented that is for a lip oil, and I really needed that dose of hydration. My lips were feeling quite dry, so super pretty, super pigmented. Usually I use a lip liner when I am using a lip oil, but I did not think I needed one for this. So that is the red shade, which is called Fiends. It's like friends minus the R. So yeah, super duper pretty. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch this out, throw on some mascara, grab some earrings, and I'll be right back to give you guys my first impression thoughts on the Warlock palette. Okay friends, so I swapped out the lip color, threw on some earrings, and here we are. So I picked these earrings up from a local boutique a few years ago, but I see them resurface all the time on other boutiques as well. So if I can find a pair for you, I will link them down below. But I just felt like going over the top, and when I have a high ponytail, I just feel like I need some super long dangly earrings. So I was like, let me just be the badass bitch that I am on the internet. Anyways, this is the look. What do you guys think? While you guys are letting me know your thoughts, I'm going to tell you what else is on my face today because I played with some fun things. So as always, my go-to milk combo. This is the Hydro Grip Primer. I love it so much. Look at how much of it I use. So love that. And then my Milk Pore Eclipse Setting Spray is what I use to lock in my makeup. And I also forgot I was going to demo this, but I ended up grabbing the Easy Bake pressed version from Huda Beauty. I was at the mall today getting my nails done, so I was like, let me just grab the powder while I'm there. And I got it in the shade Blondie, which was super nice actually for me to be able to see it in person and whatnot. So that is the shade, and I love it so much. I'm also wearing the Fantasy Cosmetica lip oil. I switched to the shade Efrate. I feel like I'm butchering that, but I love this color. I think there's a little bit of the red lip oil left, but still it looks like a great like mustardy orangey shade, and I love it, and it's so comfortable. It smells amazing. So I'm so happy to see them come out with a new product. And then of course for my highlighter, blush, and bronzer, I use the new Hourglass holiday palette. This is the snake palette with the snake palette shades, so I didn't change anything. I didn't customize anything, and I'm so happy I grabbed that. And for foundation concealer, I have been using the Makeup Forever concealer, foundation, and then the Huda Beauty color corrector. Haven't been able to put those down at all since I've been using them this week, but what do you guys think of the look? I love it so, so much. So let's go ahead and just look at the existing Fantasy Cosmetica palettes. You guys know I love to just show you guys what they have. They've also repackaged all of their palettes, so I love the new packaging. It just scaled it up a little tiny bit, so I love, love, love that for them. So this is their Druid palette, which is the first one they ever did. And I think this is like a green lover's fave shades. And then there's a bit of neutral in it. So if you're a green lover that loves neutrals, you might want to pick this one up. But if you like color and you love greens, they kind of gave us everything in this one. I am not mad about it at all. But oh my gosh, their new packaging is so beautiful. It matches this like stained glass effect you see here on the Warlock palette. I wish I could own those ones with the new packaging, but I have them. So I'm just going to stick to the ones I have. And then we have their Sorcerer. So this is like their blue-pink color story. And then we have the Bard palette, which is another like half neutral, half colorful palette. I don't think these are dupes. I'm just showing you side by side. In case you want to purchase more than one palette while you're picking up the Warlock palette, you can do that. And then this is my favorite one, the Sorcerer. Although I think that the Warlock is gonna beat the Sorcerer, but the Sorcerer has some really pretty duochromes in it. But I think this might be my favorite look I've ever done with the Fantasy Cosmetica palette. So I think this is fabulous. I love the mattes. I love the metallics. They're so creamy, so opaque. The mattes are very buildable. They kind of go on light, but you can definitely build them up. I love that. I love the shades that they included because you guys know me. I need some light shades and I need some deepening up shades. And they also gave me like a mid-tone green. So chef's kiss on this palette. I think it's beautiful. And like I mentioned, this is launching on the 27th of September. So I will try and post on my Instagram as well as my community tab here on YouTube, giving you guys a little reminder to pick this up. And I am an affiliate with Fantasy Cosmetica. My code is KHMAKEUP. So if you would like to use my code and save some money, I would really appreciate it. It helps me keep my channel going. So thank you in advance for that. I am so impressed with this palette. I can't wait to play with it some more. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in another video. I think I'm going to post actually a new makeup releases video tomorrow, so definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye, guys!